Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Tonight I'm joined by a very special guest. You know him as the Vent Nerd on YouTube. He's a hardware and software vintage enthusiast. Chronologically Gaming is excited and humbled to welcome Steve Dietrich to the show. Steve, thanks so much for coming.
Yes. No, sorry. You're welcome. I'm very happy to be here. To actually play some games, play it online. This is cool. Thanks for the intro. I do know some things. I'm an expert. I don't know. I mean, in my own head. Right?
I'm going to still call you the Atari computer expert until another one comes on and says they're the expert. But so far, you are the one. Show them the joystick.
No battle it out.
You are plugged in with an Atari joystick. So if we have some games that you want to check out, he's able. Yeah, there it is. Look. So classy. Look at that. Oh, yeah, get the adapter. 2600-adaptor.com. Anybody wants to find... I don't know if they still have them. I got this quite a while ago. Hey, but it works. We are connected. Yeah. Oh, someone just said it's a Wico, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Very nice.
Command control.
For the games that will work, or if you want to play, then you can check them out. We're going back to 1982, and we're playing all the games released at some time in May. And the last game we played on the Atari was... I don't remember the last game we played on Atari, but we did check out on the Apple II Marauder. And so our very next game is Marauder for the Atari home computer. And it's an Atari night. We have a few releases, because I know... would you say Atari home computers would be more of your specialty, or do you have a larger gamut of hardware that you like?
No, I'm definitely an Atari guy, and anybody who wants to point that out online, go ahead. But I've actually, in recent years, started just liking all these other machines, as you can see here in the studio.
Yep.
And I'm having fun. You know, Ataris did their things, but other computers did their things other ways. And so, as a geeky, techie, engineering kind of guy, I like that.
Right. That's great. All right, so if you went back to 1982, would you want an Atari 400 or Atari 800?
Well, everybody would want the 800.
The premium, more expensive real keyboard one?
Yeah, the real keyboard one. But they had add-on keyboards for the 400s.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so for Marauder, let's take a look at some of the artwork. This is the box. Ooh. In all its spinning glory. It looks pretty much the same as what we saw on the Apple II. So for more artwork of Marauder, this is Sierra Vision, which is still Sierra Online. Flip it over in the back of the box. I like the artwork.
Nice.
This one has two different screens for level 1 and 2. The first level is just kind of a shooter, try to get inside the field, the force field to the base, and then level 2 is like Berserk, and you do the top-down maze kind of and sneaking your way around.
Oh, nice.
And here's the advertisement flyer.
What's that?
Here's the advertisement flyer that you would have seen in magazines at the time for Marauder. It is the hot new game by Sierra Online. Oh, and there we go, another one. With some more of the other ones that came out. Threshold, Crossfire. Oh, I love Lunar Leaper. That one's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. There's our 5 1/4 floppy disk. We'll be popping in. This is by Rourke Vigant and Eric Hammond. All my developer friends out there. And for other versions, we just have... this would be one of those two-sided discs. When you play this, the first style of game is on one side. You flip it over, and then you play the other side. So, let's pop in and play Marauder for the Atari home computer by Sierra Online at sometime in May 1982. All right, so I'm going to start off first. I have the controller plugged in. This one is, when we played on the Apple II, they allowed you to play them at the same time, but this one's different. On the Apple II, when you finish the first stage, it automatically brought you to the second one. This one, you continue to play the same stage over and over again until you go back to the main screen, and then you can play the next one. So it doesn't happen seamlessly. I'm not sure why. So it's playing in a track mode like an arcade game. Let's push the start button. Oh yeah, on our Atari 800 because we're playing on the 800 for sure. All right, I'm controlling right now the ship that's firing straight down. You can see the base has lots of defenses. Force field, got to break through. Go, go, go. Love the effect of the force field. It takes a few shots, but this one has what we call excessive fire mode, where if I fire one shot, it goes all the way down. But if I fire it again, it'll cancel the shot and allow you to shoot multiple. So if I get really close, you can see I just rapid fire and destroy the force field.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how it's, look at that one bullet does kind of like a missile command explosion. So lots of different effects happening. Nice. And then after you blow everybody up, then you make your way nice and easy through the middle. Ooh, and there you go. So if we play on the Apple II, once you went in the base, it switched to a cutscene, and you continue to the next level. But here on the Atari, it does not. I'd be curious to know why.
I'm gonna guess the floppy somehow is bigger, or they stored more on the floppy and didn't have to flip it.
Oh, I see, I see. Is that one of the reasons why the Atari, some of the games were, you needed to flip it over to the other side to play?
Well, it depends. You know, if your floppy drive, the mechanism was just single-sided, it can only read one side. But if it was double-sided, then you can read both at the same time. So hence more, twice the data accessible without touching the disc.
Right, I see, I see. Take a look at that force field.
Which you'd probably realize if you played the Apple version for real on a real machine. I'm going to guess the floppy kicked back in during that cutscene.
Ah, that makes sense because the cutscene we had no control. It was like it just played itself out. You ship docks, you jump out of the ship, and then you can play again. All right, let's see if I can sneak through. It's moving now, and then. There you go. So again, it just continues to repeat. So let's go back to the title screen, and then now I'm going to switch it out. You push select on the Atari 800, and it gives you the skill level. Looks like we got 9 different skill levels. Yeah, and then if I push option, that's to go to the second stage. So here we go. The second part of Marauder looks like this. It's loading now. Thanks to the miracle of emulation, we don't have to take the disc out and flip it over. We've had to do that emulationally before, but this time it looks like it's going to go right to it.
Well, I wonder if they set it up for 2 drives with 2 discs.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, so it switched the background out too. So now we're in and go. Oh, there's no cutscene. So on the Apple II, the ship comes down this tunnel, and the cutscene is here. So the ship lands, you leave it, and then you walk away, and then this whole part is scripted, but not here on the Atari. I'm moving freely, and now we're in. Now, unlike Berserk, I can touch the walls and I don't die, which is nice. But if you see the enemies, I consider this a stealth game because the enemies do not show up until they're in your field of view. So right now it looks like no one's around, but let's see what's around this corner here. Nice and easy. No, nobody there. All right, let's go up here.
I do like the Berserk look.
Yeah, and the animation from the top down, walking, looks cool.
Yeah. And the fact that you've got 2 different games here for the price of 1.
Yes. This is what the arcade was doing, and we're getting a trickle in of home computer games doing this now. And if you saw the advertisement, Sierra Online said you won't find this in your coin-op arcade. Like it's as good as or better than the arcade. All right, you can see there that this guy is here, but as soon as I won't be able to see him until I go around the corner.
That's cool.
We haven't seen that before. Let's see, anybody around this corner? No? So this part of the game, you're supposed to find the reactor and then blow it up. Anything?
Have you played Mountain King at all?
No, not yet.
With the flashlight?
Do you know if that one's 82?
Oh, I can't tell you what year that is.
Yeah, I know we haven't played that
one yet. I probably have it somewhere up here in a box. I could check the label, but we'd be here for a little bit. There's 500 or 600 cartridges up on the shelf.
Yes. And how many of Lucasfilm not Beam Raider?
Fractal?
Yes. Oh wow, that was the reactor exploding. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
I was trying to show that on the Apple II, and then we never got to the reactor. I kept dying. The enemies were a little bit smarter on the Apple II. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, that's one of the things I like having all the other computers as well, is the games are always slightly different between machines. Even sometimes adding levels or leaving off levels.
Yeah. At this time, we've come across some games like Rear Guard. Every version we played, I think we played 5. All of them were completely different. They could even be... oh, they got me. They could be considered totally different games. I love this era, and it's great seeing, like this, games start to add more ways to play. It's not just one game. This feels like you're playing 2 different ones. And this feels really good. Go, go, go. Oh, there it is. Get it.
Nice.
Oh, okay, so it's progressing the levels, but only in this area. So on the Apple II, you went from the force field level down below. Then when you blew up the reactor, it restarted back to the first way to play. Oh, don't get me.
I'm wondering if those walls are toxic for you now.
All right, here we go. No, still all right.
No? Oh, okay. Interesting that they changed them like that.
Yeah, every other Berserk variant, don't touch the walls. You will die. Oh, got me. Yeah, the stealth element's really cool. And the 2-player or the 2-stage variant is where it's at. So, are you a fan or enjoy Sierra Online?
Yeah. I mean, how could you not? And they made so much great stuff.
Right. And so at this point, this would be the brand newest game by Sierra Online. This is right between when they were online systems and turned to the name to Sierra Online. So if you pick this up in a store based on what you saw in ads or from the front of the box, would you consider this a find or a very well done computer game?
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, now the moment of truth. That was Marauder, and as usual, every guest that comes on the show gets to rate every single game. Most of the games we're going to be playing are going to be computer games this evening, and all you got to do is ask yourself the question, is this a broken game? If you think it's broken, then you rate it somewhere around here in the 1-star range. If you ask yourself this is a bad game, then you're going to rate it somewhere around the 2-star range. If you say this is pretty average for the time, you'd be around the 3-star range. If you say this is a good game or an excellent game for 1982, you'd say about the 4-star range. And if you say this is one of the best games you could play on a home computer in 1982, then you'd be around here in the 5-star range. So, I will tell you, the comments always come in and people want to rate, so I always ask everyone, throw out your rating of what you would say for the time, and then use that to help. Or you can just go off the rails and do whatever you want, because as the guest, it's all you. What would you rate Marauder on the Atari home computer?
Definitely 3.5, probably 4.
Yeah, we said 4 for the Apple II, so...
yeah. Oh, good.
So 4?
4, and I'd eat the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. All right, so that is Marauder. Let's press forward and see our next game. We're still sometime in May 1982. This is Microwave on the Apple II. Let's take a look at Microwave, starting with the box. Ooh, oh my gosh, that is... Now, we're obviously spinning it pretty fast, but look at that front cover. Oh my goodness.
So it looks like they put the whole budget in the front cover and not on anything for the label.
Yeah, right? And when we boot the game up, it's going to be trash. We've already booted some up that aren't so good. Is this a public service announcement to tell kids don't put metal in the microwave, or this will happen to you? It's awesome. The other thing, too, we see games at this era that there's no really... child game. You know, I know there's educational titles for kids, but we play a lot of games that have content that's like, whoa, questionable for today's youth, but I love it. I flip it over the back. It looks like Teddy is the very best salvage man in the galaxy. Doesn't prevent decadent aliens from sabotaging his missions. Can Teddy overcome his pacifist roots, melting down the viciously volatile vixens with his trusty microwave dishes? Or will the aliens make a widow of Mrs. Teddy? Only you can decide. This is Cavalier Computer Corporation. I don't know who wrote that, but it's hilarious.
Nice.
Oh yeah, let's see what other art we have for microwave.
Yeah. They probably moved on to making Hallmark cards.
Yeah, after that one, I'd love to see it. And we got the manual. Let's see what the manual has for microwave. Oh my gosh, they have lore. The storyline is we're playing as Teddy the Salvage Man. He's the very best salvage man in the galaxy, constantly plagued by hordes of parasitic aliens who delight in wreaking havoc on Teddy's salvage missions. Just imagine you're in the store. What would be your computer store of choice back in 1982? Do you remember which one you would have gone to at the time?
Probably something like Software, etc. No, sorry. Oh, Software. Oh, now you got me. Software something.
If you were in the store, you're reading the box, would this make you want to buy the game with this lore?
If it was in the bargain bin.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
That bargain bin.
But, you know, back then you could start telling from the packaging. If it was if they put too much in the packaging, it kind of felt like the game wasn't that good.
Yeah, that's right. And we've seen it. Really good artwork, and then you play the game and you're like, so who knows what's going to happen when we play microwave, but it looks like the back of the box says, Teddy's a pacifist, hates to confront diabolical demons, so you have to supply him with dangerous microwave dishes wherever he... What? Now I'm curious about what the game is. Each mission, Teddy has a limited budget, therefore a limited life support system. He has to work quickly and cautiously on each job he attempts, melting down the viciously cruel aliens before he's terminated. Teddy finds his job rewarding, but not everyone has the stamina to endure it. Do you? It's not selling me on buying the game, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's Cavalier Computer Company, and then this is, here we go, starting the game, insert into your drive 1. Game strategy says you pick up tools, usable items, avoid aliens at all times. If you're threatened by an alien, drop a microwave dish. Dishes automatically drop behind the player. Pick up power packs. Power packs are necessary to drop the dishes, so do your best to get them all. Avoid bombs, aliens can drop, and Teddy can only escape when he's finished retrieving the equipment. So there you go. We're going to pick up wrenches, hammers, and power packs, and then avoid microwave beams, bombs, and aliens. Seems simple enough. Controls, looks like we have a joystick, so I'll have an Atari joystick plugged in, and then keyboard controls if you want to use those. Spacebar drops the dishes, and then it looks like, switching between different modes. Oh, if we want to turn off sound effects, we can too. Very nice. And that's it for the manual. Here we go. Let's pop in and play some Microwave. Released at some point in May 1982 by Cavalier Computer. So I'm going to level with you. This one is a maze game, but it is not a shooter, and it's more of akin to Pac-Man because you're not attacking outright. They say, you know, who you're playing as is a pacifist. Yeah. So after we just played a Berserk game, it might seem kind of boring. But here we go. This is the Attract mode. It's another arcade-style game. Very bright, colorful graphics, at least for the Apple II. And then let's go in, pushing the button on the joystick, and we're in. Oh, look at him. He is adorable. Looks like Bomberman.
These are like Toys R Us characters.
Right? Just got a power pack. We have not seen Bomberman before either. So this character... is done pretty well. Wait a second. I know this song. Is this... We hear a lot of public domain here on the show, so what do you think?
I had my volume down, so I just turned it up.
Okay, so I kind of got the flow. You pick up all the parts, and when you do, then the exit shows up. Okay, now we have another maze. Wait, there's a gun and a knife, but I can't use the gun and the knife. That's just teasing you. Got the death animation.
Is that the music from the bar scene in Star Wars?
Oh, that's it! Dun, 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 dun. That is. That's the first time we've ever heard that on any video game.
Yeah, I wonder if they changed part of it to...
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me if they did it verbatim, exactly what it is.
Yeah, no copyright violation there.
No, right? Oh yeah, I gotta remember to drop these things and get something going. Okay, so it allows me to put in a high score. That's pretty nice. And if we go again, does it start? It does. So it starts us on the first maze. I don't know how many mazes it goes on, but it is the exact similar game. It's not changing it up like it did with Marauder. So avoid the bombs. What happens if I drop? Oh, yeah. That's what happens. Oh, it makes a barrier, though, that I can walk through. Nice. All right.
Well, that was a nice graphic effect they did.
And all the enemies that walk through that die. I got it. There it is. Star Wars. Oh, you see the slowdown with all the characters on screen?
Yep. Little flickering I'm seeing.
Yeah. We're pushing the Apple II to its limits.
Because it's an Atari?
Because it's not Atari?
Oh no, you are in the Apple II. I missed the Switch.
Everything else we'll be doing, I think the rest is going to be Atari. This will be our only Apple II release that we'll check out tonight. So this one's interesting. This level... Drop it. Gosh. Oh, yeah, so this one you have to be really careful of how you move around. Because you don't have a power pellet like Pac-Man. You can't go... You have to watch which direction and watch the way the enemies are going. Look at this. They're even faster now. Die! And you drop one of the... Wow. You drop one of the metal pieces you pick up, and it just melts them. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, not good. Pac-Man games are still all the rage right now. And this one plays really well. Uh-oh, can we do it? Oh, I missed it. So exit showed up, and then you move on to the next stage after that. Very nice. So it just is a little variation to the maze, but still pretty fun for the time. All right, so Steve, what would you give Microwave if you went back in 1982 of all the games you could play on a home computer?
2.5.
2.5? All right. 2.5 stars for Microwave. I would say the front of the someone commented that the front of the box of Microwave looks like Fahrenheit 451 or a variation of that. After we saw the box, then the game, are you sold they spent most of the money on the box? Or is the game still okay?
Oh, it's definitely oversold because the box isn't anything like the game from what I could tell.
Right.
But I was a little surprised the game was playable. I mean, it worked and it had some cute characters, and I think I like that laser beam, the microwave beam.
Melting the enemies, pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And working with the Apple joystick, anytime they have that that support, that's always better than, well, most of the time better than keyboard for an arcade game at least. All right, so with that, let's press forward and see our next game after this commercial break.
I don't know how you feel, but whenever I play a video game, I get nervous. I can feel my heart rate increase, the breathing gets a little heavier, and that's especially true if there's somebody waiting to play right behind me.
I think you should see a doctor.
Imagine how you'd feel playing out here at Milwaukee County Stadium on this, the world's largest Pac-Man screen. Well, to a number of Milwaukee area youngsters, the fact that that's the world's largest screen doesn't seem
Everybody's
to bother
got one of
them at
those
all.
now.
Let's follow the youngest member in this
Right.
tournament and see how well he does.
All right, so that was a clip of the world largest Pac-Man contest. It was a TV news report, and they were talking about some of the contestants, specifically one of the youngest contestants, but the game they played was this, the release of Pac-Man for the Atari home computer, and that's what we're going to check out today. Let's start with the box. Pac-Man, oh yeah.
I've got the original cartridge here.
Oh yes, love it.
Let me
That's
plug
the
it
way to
in.
go. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And this one was released several different times, obviously very, very popular. This is the official Pac-Man for the home computer. And I'll tell you, Steve, we played everything so far. I think we've had 25, maybe 30 different games that were Pac-Man variants. This one is the first official on a computer.
Nice.
Somebody commented Billy Mitchell and his mullet was probably there. Yes, playing Donkey Kong maybe if he was.
Probably right. You got it.
All right, let's see what the art we have for Pac-Man. This is the very first box, at least to my knowledge. Flip it over to the second one. What are they doing there? Do you remember this mascot for Pac-Man that Atari did?
No.
This is before the cartoon Pac-Man. I think that started November 1982. So they didn't have a very nice cutesy Pac-Man. He just looks, man, something's wrong. Look at him eating the discs like they're wafers. Crazy.
Must have been some other game out that was running, so they put a runner on it.
Oh yeah, he's in full clothes.
Yeah, but if your mom didn't want to buy the other box, she probably fell in love with this box and bought it for you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then flip it over to the back. They always show you this is where the cartridge goes.
Mm-hmm.
That second slot on the Atari 800, is that for the basic ROM if you need
No.
it?
No, it's for extended ROM stuff. There's only half a dozen whatever cartridges that can work in that slot. So
I see. I think we had to do it for some of the Crystalware products and plug in the second cartridge for it to allow it to run. It was still a buggy mess, though.
I'd highly doubt that. It must
really?
have been no games around 2 cartridges.
Oh, so it's something more development.
That's what the purpose was. There's one infamous cartridge, Monkey Wrench, which gives you more commands in Atari Basic. That was the most popular one, but a few others go in there, but mostly utility.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, here we got an ad for Pac-Man in the center. Gobble those dots, along with Space Invaders, Missile Command. Oh yeah, all the good ones. Star Raiders is one of the best on the Atari home computer. Already seen that one, and we've seen all of them. Pac-Man would be the last one. Missile Command we've already checked out on the Atari home computer, and Space Invaders and Star Raiders.
I missed them.
We have a lot. And then there is the disc. If you did have the disc rather than the cartridge version, 5 1/4 floppy disk. And then if it was released later for XE and XL computers, this is what the box looked like.
I don't know about the disc, but
I'd prefer the cartridge if I was going to go.
But I mean, I don't know if it came out on disc. Maybe it did. I never saw it.
If it was, I'm thinking Europe for not for something North America.
Yeah. Could be.
And then flip it over the back. Here you go. Yeah, this is in other regions in Europe. Hence the different languages that you would have seen on the back of the box. With an example of the screenshot. And we also have the manual for Pac-Man. Oh, yeah. Now, this one is, I think, version 2 of the manual. Because you can see we got the the crazy-looking Pac-Man. Oh, man. He's sweating. It's almost like if they were to make a 3D movie of Pac-Man and try to make it where Pac-Man shows up in the real world, this is what he would look like. Just a little amorphized, crazy-looking guy. All right,
with the original Pac-Man on his T-shirt, apparently.
Oh yeah, is that what it is? Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
the pie Pac-Man, the essential Pac-Man. At 10 points each, these are Dot Chomper's Delight. There it is. Nice instructions, Atari, showing you where to plug the controller in. Very classy. Oh, and make sure you push the right button on your Atari computer. We've seen a lot of manuals for home computers. This one's really nice. Very slick, easy to work with. And then push the start key to play the game. Watch out for those gobbling goblins. Wait a second. Goblins, what are they talking about? They're ghosts. I've never heard them referred to as goblins.
Or monsters.
We've had Pac-Man variants that tell us, they're ghosts, monsters, but I've never heard of them called goblins. And this is the official release, too. That's interesting. And then we have the option key, changes the difficulty up, and there's all the different fruit with the Atari symbol that you'll get on the home computer. That's nice. System reset if you need to. Spacebar pauses the game, which if this game looks familiar, this is pretty much the same one that came out on the Atari 5200, the way it looks and plays. And when the 5200 came out, they said, you can pause the arcade game with the push of a button, but we've been doing that on the home computer for a while now. Pausing arcade games. Oh, really cool. So the screenshot, well, not really a screenshot, but how they're showing the game on this full page spread is kind of nice. Pointing out everything that you'll say, how to play Pac-Man. I still find it baffling that they talk about how to play Pac-Man. I mean, we've already seen so many Pac-Mans.
Right.
By 1982, would you need instruction on how to play or what Pac-Man is?
I don't think when Pac-Man first came out, you needed instructions. You just played and found out.
Yeah, a joystick,
the-
4-way joystick, easy, right?
Right. And you just a little bit on the glass of the arcade machine and stick your quarters in.
Yeah, and this manual continues to call the ghosts goblins. That blows me away. They are ghosts. They are not goblins.
Probably a licensing thing.
Maybe. Oh, that's really nice. Look at this. And then there he is with all his pack buddies planning an attack. They're giving you the tips and tricks. Welcome to Pac-Man Strategy School. When they leave the goblin house, goblins go to a particular corner and search for you with a pattern. Learn their patterns. Oh, yes. Use energizers wisely. Be careful with your energizers. That is so nice. Very nice touch with the manual. And there you go. Even more info, stats to play Pac-Man for the hardcore Pac-Man gameplay enthusiast. Sweet.
Nice.
All right, we do have other versions. We're going to play the official one first. So here we go. At some point in May 1982, we got Pac-Man, programmed by Joe Hellison. Way to go, Joe. On the Atari home computer. Let's play some Pac-Man. Oh, no music, no Diddy? Come on. I'm surprised. All right, so we're going to play a two-player game. Joysticks ready. I don't think it's simultaneous play, but we do have option to change difficulty, and you can see all it's doing is giving the later mazes, and then which is the fruit power-up you'd pick up. And then when we're ready, are you ready, Steve?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Let's play some Pac-Man.
You're player one, right?
Yes, I'm in.
Okay.
Yes, I'm waggling. It's working. We're in playing some Pac-Man. Oh, it's so crisp and nice. All the variants we've played. In a way, I've played so much. I gotta say, I'm a little underwhelmed. It is very good and plays very well, but we played and seen so much Pac-Man already. It's not as blow-away amazing a release as some of the other ones we've seen. Specifically, we had a game called Ghost Hunter for the Atari home computer. Ghost Hunter was a Pac-Man game that allowed two-player simultaneous play and design your own mazes.
Is it possible Ghost Player was on diskette?
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, it would give you a lot more space for a program to load.
Yeah, a cartridge. This is very well done for cartridge.
Yeah.
It plays so well, like the arcade. Oh, there we go. So, get the death animation. Nice.
Okay, you might as well go take a break now.
The master is up.
Oh, and I'm dead.
Yeah, they're still ghosts. Those aren't goblins.
I do like how this joystick is working here remotely.
Yeah. First time ever on the show, we've had someone using the joystick of the time work remotely. Most of the time we have to use something modern to remote to, but no. We are defying the odds here. This is still very colorful, especially for the Atari home computer. Just remember all the strategies that...
Oh, I screwed up. I made a bad move. It's going to leave a mark.
And I did see that the port was handled by Joe Helen. Obviously they're taking this from Namco, or they have the license by Namco to call it Pac-Man. But curiously, and I don't know if you know this because I don't know either, Steve. The box or all the boxes we checked out. Oh, I'm dead again. Pac-Man has an asterisk next to the name, and I don't know why. Like the asterisk it's Pac-Man, but you need to see the fine print somewhere. Why would they put the asterisk there? I do not know.
On a lot of the cartridge labels, and I don't know why either. Things are a lot different nowadays than it was back then. Am I gonna do this?
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice. It's nice. Oh, shit. Did I say shit? Shit. I
Yeah,
meant to
sure.
go the other way.
When you die in Pac-Man, it's all good. All right, so it
So
does save where you left off. That's a nice touch. Just like in the arcade. Let's
yeah, so
go.
you can't see because you're playing, but
Oh, there we go.
and then it says blah 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 here for the asterisk. So it says trademark of Bally Midway, licensed by Namco.
Oh, interesting. At
Right.
this point,
So
I think they're in the lawsuit, right? Uh-oh. Yeah, they trapped me. They're smart
I don't
goblins.
know if they are, but a number of cartridges were like that. They had an asterisk that went to like an inch lower to tell you. Oh, I got a little delay in the joystick now. To just
Okay.
tell you the licensing for it, and it just seems kind of goofy. Oh, I'm having trouble going the right way a little bit here. Go up, go up. I'm winning. Come on, go up.
Go,
I got
go,
one more
go.
shot. Come on. Oh shit! I'm
Someone
playing
commented
again.
that all you said was shoot with a local accent.
Yikes!
Now, just for clarification, if you are checking out the live stream, this is not the Pac-Man on the Atari home console. Oh my gosh, go! Not the infamous Pac-Man for the Atari home console or Atari VCS. This is Pac-Man for the first time released on the Atari home computer.
It didn't go
Oh,
up. It didn't go up.
no. Ah. Game over. Do they do a high score table? If it's cartridge, I wouldn't think they saved that one.
Oh no. They might have a table on the screen, but
And then
it'll go away.
see, I went the wrong way. Darn.
There are cartridges that do have memory.
At this early, would they have put it on here?
Not for games though. Oh, I
Okay.
thought my game was over.
Yeah,
Oh, did
it
we
said
start a
game
new
over.
game?
Yeah, let's try
I get
a different
redemption?
difficulty because they didn't say anything in the manual about 2 players simultaneous, but I'd be interested to see if it does. So I'm going to hit the select button and see if we can get a harder difficulty. Going
You
to
you screwed up my game. I had money on that one.
I hope we're not putting money on our Pac-Man games, but if we are, $20 for the. All right, let's try this one and see. Let's see if it really is that. I don't know, difficult. Oh, it's faster. Whoa. Oh wait, this is 1 player only though. No. Go back. I want a 2-player. There we go. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so I'm starting off first. It does look like it's sped up. So we picked a different difficulty. Yeah, we're going a little faster now. Oh, yeah, look at the goblins. I mean, the ghosts. I really don't want to call them goblins. They're ghosts.
They gotcha.
Whoa, oh yeah. So I cranked this up. I think this is the level above max difficulty. So it shows off the speed. Whoa, and the power pellet. Oh yeah, this is like pro Pac-Man levels here. No, you don't. Oh man, yeah, it's tricky. But there is no 2-player simultaneous. It is alternate play. Oh, no. Oh, God. Nope.
Well, that is classic Pac-Man.
Yeah.
One at a time.
You get far enough in the arcades, that'll happen. All right, here we go. It's so fast.
Gosh. Oh, I thought I could outrun him.
Gosh.
I was wrong.
When we played this in the arcades, I think you got to this fast level by level 3 or 2. It all depends on the dip switches in the back. Come on. Oh, no. No. Yeah, it's fast. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we switched the bonus shapes way, way up. There we go. Oh, that red one. Yeah. I'm looking at the artificial intelligence, and that's what we've done with the other Pac-Man variants. Oh, darn.
I thought he was going to go to the other way.
Sometimes we'll play a game, and I'll just hide in the corner and just see how smart is the other ghosts. You know, what are they going to do? And this one, you can tell they did program them similar to the arcade. They all have the quirks that the arcade game does.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Whew. Oh, and they have the cutscenes.
That's not bad.
Pretty nice, yeah. Is this one? Oh, it is me. Whoop! I thought it was second player now after the cutscene. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Not ready. Nope. Oh. They pinch you in.
I am way behind.
But bear in mind, while it is cool we have the technology for Steve to remote in and play with us, the Vent Nerd is at a slight disability because of lag. If this was true couch co-op, it'd be completely different, and he'd be destroying us with score.
When you say lag, you're talking about the game, right?
No, like the passing information over the internets.
Okay.
All right, so there we go. That is Pac-Man, the official Pac-Man. Before we move on, I got some other variants to check out. Of all the games you could play on an Atari or on any home computer, what would you give Pac-Man for the time?
For a computer game, I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
4.5. Very nice.
Yes.
All right, so besides
it stayed quite true to the arcade, I think.
Yeah, it plays definitely better than the VCS. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we also have other versions too. I wanted to show you one that I don't have any information on. I wanted to pop in and play this without any. We don't know who has done this or when it was officially released, but it does have the same name, Pac-Man. So here we go. This is maybe a homebrew version of Pac-Man. Here it is. Oh wow, speed is slow, and look at the screen real estate.
Yeah. They went with the portrait mode.
Yep. And the sound effects sound like the Coleco handheld Pac-Man, just playing a siren in the background is what... Yeah, it doesn't have the charm, but hard, very difficult. Wow.
Yeah, that's painful.
And then another one that you can see here, 1984 has the Datasoft released. It's like the re-release that we saw the box for, but this one is another one from 1982 that is a different one than the official release. The Datasoft release is pretty much the same as the one we just played, but just for grins, here's another one by Eric Wohls. With Pac-Man Fever all over the United States. This one has a pretty cool ditty in the front, and it's doing the cutscene in the beginning. So here we go. Another Pac-Man. Oh, wow. Interesting control. If I stop moving the joystick, Pac-Man stops.
Oh, really?
Look, every intersection, he just takes a break. Watch. And he waits for your... Like, he doesn't continue to go. Every time you get to an intersection, he stops and waits. That's interesting. So add this to the list since we play every single video game. If Eric's out there watching the show, Eric will be glad that we showed off this one. We play every game. Oh my gosh, they're running away from... Cool. So there's some more Pac-Man tip of the hat for you there, Steve. All right, so after Pac-Man, where do we go now? Here's our next game. We're still on the Atari home computer, and this is Protector, the Synapse software release. Let's take a look at the box for Protector. Ooh.
Nice.
And let's see what other arc we have for Protector. Very nice. Front of the box. Synapse Software has given us some pretty good stuff. And it also first came out by Crystalware. This is the Crystalware front of the box. Wow. Penciled in.
Nice.
A lot of the stuff that Crystalware did is mostly in baggies. Say that again?
Oh, the graphics are nice.
Yeah. UFO. Pretty cool. Look at the back of the box. Just requires joystick. That can't be the real box. It's got to be a reconstructed one.
Yeah.
And then we have advertisement you would have seen by Synapse Software at the time in a magazine. You can see there's Protector. I think we played only Chicken, We haven't played the other releases. Whoa, freaky looking robot there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the back of the crystalware box, if you open up the sleeve, this tells you a little bit about what the game is. You can see instructions. They have some story. We're on planet Kronos in the vegan system. Oh no. Where there is no meat. By your joystick, you control the Terrajet. And you pick up survivors flying directly over, closing to the people. Your button fires your laser, will also drop the person you're carrying. Dropping a person from too high will kill them. People can be maybe dropped on buildings. And your mission is move all the people from the left-hand city to the right. Save the right-hand city from a meteor shower and kill as many aliens as possible, transferring people from to pneumatic tubes and to safety. So the first release, pretty bare bones, very akin to Lunar Leaper and other like Let's Rescue.
What if we all send $3 to that address?
I always say that. Call the number and send $3 to see if it still exists. Right. Awesome.
So this sounds like Defender.
Right? It's probably an homage to Defender. We've seen that one already, and we just saw Choplifter, the very first release on the Apple II.
Oh, nice.
This
I played
one
that in high school.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was so good. I gave it 5 stars for the time. It's amazing. And this one came on both cassette and 5 1/4 floppy disk. There's the crystalware 5 1/4 floppy disk. I prefer real scans to know, is it real? And we also have the manual by Synapse Software, so by Mike Potter. Way to go, Mike. At this point, I think he went from crystalware and moved to Synapse Software. One of his first releases here. So there you go. How do you load it on cassette? How do you load it on disc? Steve, thankfully we don't have to go through that much heartache like it really is 1982.
Right. Be back in 15 minutes.
Yes. Not as long loading either. The object of the game is to transport 18 people from the city under attack by the Fraxolian slime hordes, oh gosh, to the city of New Hope on the other side of the volcano, safely to the Verdun fortress. To transport them, you have to hook each person one at a time, passing immediately above the person that you wish to lift. A small white dot on the left-hand figure will shift down to indicate you have hooked them. You proceed to carry them to their destination, drop them off, press the fire on the joystick, and this will fire the laser cannon of the Needle Fighter and drop the passenger. All the people have to be registered in the city of New Hope before the barrier of the Verdun fortress will be lowered. People may not be dropped onto each other as you crush one of the people if you attempt to do this. Okay, so if it's really 1982 and we've really bought this game, let's say I went over to your house, Steve, you got the Atari 800, we're going to play the game. Would you really be reading the manual, or would you toss it aside and put the game in?
Oh, you paid the money, you read the manual. I mean, maybe not the direction or like instructions or whatever, but these stories and so forth, that was part of it.
Yeah, I'm with you. In the ad, I didn't see the cost. We usually see what it was, the cost back then. All right, so looks like this is going to break down some of the enemies we're going to come across. We have the Fraxolian mothership, the meteoroids, which unpredictable, and then laser traps, and then we have Dragon Maw, the volcano of death, and then the Verdun fortress. So lots of cool stuff to read if you did buy the game. And then we have skill levels, levels 4 and 5. There's 6 levels of play. You can press the select key on your Atari 800. Levels 4 and 5 have a more difficult map and architecture, and level 6 is the ultimate survival challenge. And then you also have different needle fighters. That's the name of our ship. And you have to refuel them, docking at the refueling pod. Alignment of the fighter and pod must be exact, otherwise you will crash. So what's some other fuel games you need to get fuel? Defender didn't have that mechanic. It was just fly around and shoot and rescue.
Yeah, Cavern of Mars is a game that you had to keep getting fuel.
That's a
Have
good
you
one.
played that yet?
Yeah, we played that one.
Okay.
Re-released several times. We played the very first time it came out, and then that one was kind of like a River Raid, which we haven't seen yet, but you could shoot, right, the fuel in Caverns of Mars? And if you did, you messed up. You weren't supposed to shoot the fuel.
No, you had to... How the hell will that work? You had to shoot it or hit it, whatever, to get fuel. You'd run out of fuel otherwise.
That's right. Yeah, you shot it to get the fuel. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so there's some playing tips to help us out if we need to, and we might need to. For this one, we just have the original Crystalware version and then a couple that were on Synapse Software. So we're playing the Synapse Software release at sometime in May 1982 by Mike Potter. Let's check it out. Are you familiar with Protector?
Me?
Yeah.
Don't remember it.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one either. I would say we start off and we'll just do the bare bones. Level 1, let's not change any options, and go. Ooh, cool. Fuel filled up. Okay, so I'm the plane at the bottom. Then there's my refueling station. Oh gosh, they really are right. Look at this. You have to be you have to be exact pixel on to refuel. Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
And it is... All right, we'll worry about that later. So let's fly to the right. Very simple. Oh, 2D scrolling. Very nice. So cool. And then go to the side. Looks like we got some laser defenses. Okay, scrolling down, going to this side, and then making our way out on the right here. Past some volcanoes. Oh, here we go. Got some people to rescue. So you go from the first city, and it looks like I hook them. And I see the dots they're talking about. They're far on the right side of the screen. That shows you got someone... Oh, I guess it doesn't mean you got someone hooked. But as soon as I fire, let's see what happens. I think it'll drop them, right? Yeah. So
right.
you have to carry without using the fire. So just dodging. Oh, and there's a UFO that got one of our guys. Very similar to Defender. See that UFO at the top?
No, I see the UFO. Where are you supposed to drop the guy now?
It said far to the right, past the volcano. Okay, so this city. Anywhere?
Put him on the roof, yeah.
There.
I bet you if you shoot the UFO, your guy would start falling and you can catch him.
Yeah, like Defender. Let's check it out.
Right.
Where'd the UFO go? Uh-oh. Hello. Oh gosh, one touch.
You found it.
Yeah. One touch of the UFO, you die. And then a nice touch, the ambulance carries me off. Oh, so cool. So it's not as hectic as Eugene Jarvis's Defender, but the rescue element's kind of cool. And it feels like you're doing a... I barely touched the wall.
Touched the ground, yeah.
Yeah, and it blew me up. Nice and easy. I'll just avoid that guy. Let's go for this guy on the tower. All right, let's try it again. Nice and easy. Man, this scroll's fast. If you hold long enough. All right, is my buddy still there? Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay, you get to join your buddy. There we go. What happens if we keep going this way? Anybody? Okay. Yeah, the shot and sound effect really close to Defender.
Yeah, this is definitely Defender under a different name.
Yeah.
Not Defender, but Protector.
Yeah, yes. They end the right side with a wall, and I bet once we protect everyone, or get them back to home base, I bet that wall opens up and then goes to the next level.
Right.
All right, so keep going this way to the
You've
right
played
side.
a few games, I can tell.
Yes. Oh, no, go. Wait, it did... What? There was no way to... The UFO, I shot it several times. It didn't go down.
Right.
Let's give it one more shot. See if I can do my refuel. Okay, yeah, so... What? It's pretty touchy. It's like pixel perfect movement. If you barely touch a pixel on the bottom, you die.
Yeah, I disliked games like that. They didn't have enough offset or whatever.
Uh-huh. Okay, picking them up, moving them over to the right. I know, and look, your buddies, there's nothing you can do. Because right now, if I were to shoot them, the one I'm carrying would drop. But
So put them down on the volcano there.
Oh, like put them down here? Here.
Oh
Gosh. Yeah.
The UFO just wants to drop him into the volcano.
All right, let me see if I can rest him. Can I rest him here?
Wait a minute. That's not a recipe cookbook.
Let's see. Can I drop you? No.
It's a cookbook.
Okay, wait there. Don't go on the volcano, buddy. Let's see. Let's go back to the UFO.
I'm going to call that guy Joe.
How do I get... Oh,
Oh,
no.
well, Now, now you don't have a problem.
Would you rather have death by volcano or death by laser fire?
Yeah.
Okay, this is pretty cool. Just very subtle, but the guy you rescue, he has an arm that waves. Very subtle. Nice little touch there.
You almost rammed them into the building.
It's almost like, are they going for pseudo simulation? You know, like if you really were going to rescue someone back on your ship, you got to be very careful. Fly nice and easy. Play controls really well on the Atari. It is touchy though with pixel perfect, but other than that, the ship flies well. Man, I wonder if there's a way to get your buddies all rescued. But
You
cool
probably
idea,
don't have to go so far.
right? Where is he? I want to. Can I?
Oh.
I tried to fly into him to rescue him. You can't do it.
You ran into the guy. He survived, but his body took your plane down. Or ship.
Yeah, right? And there are several different skill levels to try out, but if you notice the higher levels, it was going to change the map. So it's not just this same map. There's 2 or 3 other maps to play as well. So this is one what was the artwork say? What did they say this one costs? Did they have the price? No price on the advertisement. But I still say for the time, it's very well done. It's pretty polished. But what would you rate this one of all the home computer games you could play at the time? Protector.
Well, I know Defender, and that's no Defender.
It's not. No.
So,
would you say it's bad, or would you say it's average?
I'd say it's 3.
3 stars? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
3 stars for the time. I like it. All right, so that's where we are at time for this evening. I have to give a big shout out and thanks for Steve Dietrich coming on, the Vent Nerd. If you went back to 1982 and you actually had and bought these games, do any of these really stand out? Or are you more like, let's get the later releases in? Are you hoping for the future? Or would you be happy in 1982 with these kinds of games?
I like the classics, like Pac-Man and so forth. If it was done right, that's cool. Yeah. But of course, the later games are just so much better.
Yeah, there's some we come across that are just junk or broken, in my opinion, and I think the same thing. And so when we get something good, we had one episode that was both Pitfall on the Atari VCS and Dig Dug in the arcade, released in the same episode, right. Really close to each other. So I was like, oh, right. I want to stay here forever. I don't want to have to play some of the other bad ones that we might get.
Well, if I could give a plug.
Yes, tell us what's going on in the Vent Nerd world.
Okay, so if anybody out there knows the VCF vintage computer festivals that are in various cities around the country, well, we are starting. Where's my camera at? I'm too far. Yeah. We are starting VCF SoCal.
Awesome.
So early 2024, the Vintage Computer Festival in the LA metro area. We don't have a venue yet, so we don't have a date. But when we do, if you go to vcfsocal.com or just VCFSocal hashtags on the socials, you will find out. You will be in the know.
Check them out, and we'll have links down below to all that, including the stuff that is not just happening with that event, but also videos that are posted by the Vent Nerd.
Oh, well, that'd be cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun. I'm really, I'm impressed this got working remotely and all. It's really nice.
It's the first time. It's pretty cool. Most of the time we're plugging in, modern stuff, Xbox 3, Xbox One, or PlayStation 4, and so forth. So we tried to get a Coco joystick to work, but it just didn't work so well. So I'm really glad that we got at least some gameplay on it, and very glad you could come on and make this work. This is a lot of behind the scenes and moving parts to make the live show happen, and it is a little difficult to go game to game and get a quick taste of it, because some of these games we could go a very long time play and dive in deep, but we just like to do quick snippets of just get a feel of, hey, we just bought the game in 1982. It's the new release. How does it compare to everything else coming out?
Right. So I've got to ask you, have you done the math to find out what year, month, and day you're going to play the final game on?
Oh, you mean... I don't think I'm going to leave the 80s, to tell you the truth, because by the time the Commodore 64 comes out, there's so many games. I think that's the reason I'll be in the 80s forever, and I'll never leave. But
oh no, I meant now. Like, are you going to be done in 2058? I mean, have you picked?
Right. There's a running joke that eventually my kids are going to take over, and we're going to call it genealogically gaming.
That's good. I like that.
But I mean, it's video games, so I could be doing this until I was 80 or 90, I guess, because as long as my hands don't give out and I can't play the game, or maybe I'll just bring other people on and they keep playing.
Just do mind control.
Yes, I don't know. I'm just going to keep going strong. I'm still having a blast playing everything in order and seeing this slow evolution of games change and create different mechanics, and incorporating stuff, and really appreciating it more, because when you play it around everything else that's out, like this is all May 1982, so it kind of gives you an idea of what else is out there to get a good context of what is good and not good, Are you
going to be able to play light gun games?
Not with a actual light gun. I'll have to have some emulation to show it, because I actually have a CRT and some light gun games behind me, and I don't know if I want to set up like a studio to be showing and playing with the actual light gun. I haven't seen that yet, because the XEGS or the Ziegs, when that comes out, that's light gun games. So if I can, I know it'll be played the best way I can, and the only way we're able to play like this, system to system, game to game, is through the miracle of emulation. There's no other way you could play everything in the world.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to that then.
Yeah. Thanks again for coming on, and check out the links down below, both for The Event Nerd and see where we're going after May of 1982. Thanks, everyone, and have a great night.
Ciao.
Hey, everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.